Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Dimmitt Chevrolet in Clearwater, Florida, and guess what? We have it. This is a 2021 Chevy Trailblazer, and I know if you're asking yourself, Joe, you've already featured the Trailblazer. Well, guess what? This is the first active trim Trailblazer that we're bringing to you. But before we dive into this pint-sized SUV, let's talk about what it represents. The Trailblazer name has so much history with Chevrolet. The difference is it was in a larger SUV, and a lot of people were hoping that the Trailblazer was going to be a direct competitor to the new Ford Bronco. Well, guess what? They decided to take it on a smaller scale. This falls into the subcompact SUV class. So you're going up against SUVs like the Kia Seltos, Hyundai Kona, Mazda CX-30, Nissan Kicks. My thing is did we really need another small SUV from Chevrolet? But you know what? This active trim has a lot of nice touches, and one thing that may really stand out for you is that Zeus bronze metallic two-tone color combination. So let's go ahead, dive into this Chevy Trailblazer Activ and see, is it the small crossover SUV that you should be parking in your garage? Right off the bat, the styling falls right in alignment with its bigger brother, the Chevy Trailblazer, or its sister, the Chevy Camaro. You have that split light design, projector beam headlight down low, LED daytime running lamp, and your old style traditional setup for a turn signal. Now, as you drop down, nice aggressive styling. You're gonna have an LED fog lamp on each side, a little bit of flat black, which is good. That'll take a nice beating. And as you come across the front, there's a mixed bag of some good and some not so good. I'm gonna zonk this top portion because it's not functional. It's just for looks. I wish they would have came up with a little bit different design than making it look like a fake radiator vent. You do have the gold traditional Chevy bow tie. As we drop down, here's our functionality. A little bit more flat black. What I do like though is this black chrome finish around the bottom portion. It's got the simulated skid plate design, make it look a little bit more rugged. But you could just see the smaller size, but also the connection, like I said, to the Blazer and the Camaro. Now, when we get up onto the hood, two simple body lines kind of curve towards the A-pillar, a nice little rise in the center that kind of disappears with this metallic black. And as we're coming around the bend, what are we working with on this Trailblazer Activ? This is a 17-inch wheel. It's gonna be 225 on the width on the tire, meaty 60 series sidewall. If you notice, you got these Hankook kind of a little bit more off-road rugged tire, even though this particular one is front-wheel drive, you can get all-wheel drive. Flat black around the fender treatment, but the good news is it's not too high, not like the CX-30, but I do like the machined aluminum with the gloss black, very tasteful. Now, as we go down the side of this Trailblazer, you have the Zeus bronze metallic mirror caps and the nice flat roof, low gloss black roof rails, color matched on the door handles. You can see the body line, very nice and strong and prominent. Some flat black on the sill going into the rear. And really, really nice just how flat the roof is. I am gonna zonk that rubber antenna up there. It looks like a radio control car, RC car. They need to get rid of that. It needs to be a shark fin. Nice low roof spoiler. And then out back, you know, it looks like a Trailblazer. You have that aggressive style to the taillight housing, the Trailblazer nameplate. And as we drop down, you got very, very tasteful active badging. And guess what? Functional exhaust on both sides. These are decorative trim rings, but at least they're functional. And you have more of that black chrome finish on this simulated rear skid plate. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and see what's powering this pint-sized Trailblazer. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You do have a prop rod, but at this price point, I think we're just adding insult to injury. Let me go ahead and close this so the positive terminal is not exposed. Underneath that hood, what is exposed is the larger of two engines, believe it or not. That is a 1.3 liter turbocharged inline 3-cylinder engine. You're looking at 155 horsepower, 174 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to a CVT, but here's the good news. If you go all-wheel drive, you do get a 9-speed automatic transmission. Overall, very small in size, but it's gonna maximize your MPG rating. And you know what? Having the option for the all-wheel drive really is the way to go with this vehicle. But why don't we go ahead, let's check out the interior and see how the Activ stands out from the rest of the Trailblazer crowd. All right, guys, we're inside the 2021 Trailblazer. I forgot to mention the MPGs, 29 in the city, 33 on the highway with that 1.3 liter, 155 horsepower inline 3 turbocharged engine. I know you're saying, well, Joe, I need a smaller SUV, small subcompact SUV. This one seems to check off some boxes for me. How much is it? MSRP right around $26,700. Let's see what you get for the money to the door panels. Now up top, there's some style. The only challenge is it's hard as a plastic rock. You do have some nice Zeus bronze trim across the top there. And then there's like a dark gray denim fabric that has some contrast stitching. Not really my favorite, but it does give a unique style to the Activ interior. Armrest is as hard as a plastic rock as well. The good news is you got plenty of room down there for a couple jelly-filled donuts and a bottle of milk to wash it all down. When we get to the dash, more bronze, Zeus bronze metallic. This is soft touch in the center, hard touch up top. You do have a little cubby here for a couple Snickers. There's that carbon flash metallic trim. And then we get to the infotainment side of things. I like the way they integrate the AC vents nicely. 7-inch infotainment, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Wi-Fi hotspot. You got that easy swipe feature, so that's really nice to use. Go back to home, very quick reacting. Flat black, but that's okay, no glare. You drop down, you have your standard AC controls, your temperature gauge, blower fan switch, heated seats, no ventilated seats. You do have a lot of connectivity though. Check it out, 12 volt, USB-C, USB, and an aux jack. Nice cubby for your Skittles. And then look at how they did the Zeus bronze on the side. They did add some nice touches here and there overall. You do have sport mode, believe it or not. You can shut off traction control and your snow mode, and you have lane keep assist. 2 cup holders with that carbon flash metallic finish. This is going to control that CVT transmission. I do like the Chevy bow tie. It's like a little Easter egg placed there. There's our Chevy key fob, simple. Remote start, which is nice. Another nice cubby, which is also a cup holder. So you're gonna have to choose, do you want peanut M&Ms or do you want your Super Slurpee? Rubbermaid armrest, which I'm gonna zonk. The good news is you got a party tray, which is nice. You can put your peanut M&Ms here and leave this for your Super Slurpee. If you don't want it, get rid of it. And then you could probably drop, I say if you open up the box of Twinkies, you could probably put a whole box in there just without the box. Seal it up, lock it down, seats. Not too shabby. I like the stitch work. This leatherette material is very soft. You have a little bit of that denim that's over from the door panel. And even on the side here, looks very, very nice and tasteful. Plenty of headroom. In a small SUV, I'm 6 feet tall, plenty of headroom. Coming over the business end, I want to show you behind the wheel of this Trailblazer Activ. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. You do have power assist for the driver's side. Nice 8-way position, which is great. That lower lumbar. Steering wheel, good leather, nice 10 and 2 notch. Not too bad on the horn button, a little bit of brushed aluminum, flat black on the thumb controls. And then your dash is pretty much straightforward. I mean, it's a backlit LED, analog tach, analog speedometer, fuel gauge, and coolant gauge are digital there. And you do have a small digital display, which is a little dated on a 2021. It would at least have been nice to have color there, so I am gonna zonk it, but simple, clean layout, which is really, really great. Overall, plenty of room. Let's go ahead, check out the back seat and see how your passengers are gonna like this Trailblazer. All right, guys, back seat time. I do like the way they took the leather style material all the way around. They kind of notched out a little bit of room for your legs, a little bit of a pocket there, an abacus, back scratcher, maybe put a pickle in there. I don't know, whatever you do with your pickle is your business. No rear AC, which I'm okay, but the bigger zonk is that there's no 12 volt. No USB. At $26,000, there should at least be a 12 volt. I got plenty of leg room and I moved the seat back, and the reason why I did is watch this. Boom, boom, boom. So there you go, you could chill out, nice long drive. You got your chauffeur driving you down the road and you're just chilling like a villain back here. The great news is that you also have an armrest, 2 cup holders, nice soft material. Let's check out the cargo area and see how much room there is in this Trailblazer. All right, guys, cargo time in the Trailblazer, real simple. You're gonna have to use some muscle, lift it up. The only zonk is it's a little high, but here's the good news. Nice wide opening, very flat. You got 2 cubbies for those emergency zingers or ho-hos in case somebody's getting hungry and getting a little hangry in your trip. And then watch this, boom, boom. Lots of room, nice and flat. You'll be able to go to Costco, get a ton of big, huge items, maybe hoard some toilet paper or some paper towels and get them in there. But if you're ready, I'm ready. let's take this Trailblazer Activ for a spin.
All right, guys, we're leaving Dimmitt Chevrolet. We're in the Trailblazer Activ. The good news is that visibility out the front is phenomenal. Let's see what acceleration is like on throttle. So you do have simulated shifts with the CVT. The good news is that you're not getting that loud RPM drone. The simulated shift kicks in and drops the revs to really simulate an automatic transmission. Steering wheel has nice feel. It just where you're resting your hands and your arms, it's very, very hard plastic. Visibility out the back is very, very good. And overall, I mean, you're getting certain features that are good to have in the 21st century. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. The 7-inch screen is a little on the small side. It would have at least been nice to have an 8 or a 9-inch screen, but you do have to go higher trim than this Activ. Steering feel has great feedback to it. It's a little numb, but I mean, it's a Trailblazer. This isn't a road course carving subcompact SUV. I think personally, I might go with one of the competitors, like the Kia Seltos. But you know, if you like the Chevrolet name brand and you like the Trailblazer name, here is a pint-size SUV, crossover SUV, that does have a lot of flexibility with room, and it does have very aggressive styling. I know people tend to like the Blazer styling that's been taken over from the Camaro. But visibility is really good in this vehicle, especially the side mirrors, which is great. I'm going to slow down a little bit. We'll do another acceleration test here. Nothing from a dead stop, but I'll slow down to about 15 miles an hour or so. On throttle. So actually pretty smooth on the acceleration. You are waiting a little bit for the boost to kick in, but it gets up and running very smoothly. Seats are surprisingly comfortable. They're supportive, but they also have a nice comfort feature to them. It's just the hard plastic on the door panels is hurting my arms. So, you know, I guess to each their own with their arms, but I'm not really digging the door panel. But you do have plenty of connectivity, and you have sport mode, which obviously we're in with this Trailblazer. But hopefully this gives you a nice overall feel about what the Activ trim level is all about. We're gonna wrap this one up and get back to Dimmitt Chevrolet. So I'll see you in a split second.
All right, guys, been another great day with this Chevy Trailblazer. It really shows that Chevrolet is really working hard to try to find the perfect subcompact, because that right now is a popular segment in the auto industry. I gotta definitely thank Raheel and the rest of the crew here at Dimmitt Chevrolet for getting this nice Activ with the Zeus Bronze Metallic. That's a hard two-tone color combination to find. Raheel pulled it off. Is this a standout? I definitely think you gotta add it to your list when you are shopping. Is it gonna be the one you buy? That's really up to you. But if it's small SUVs you wanna keep seeing on Raiti's Rise, leave a comment in that comment section. If you're new to the channel and you're on the way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raiti's Rise family. If you wanna help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, just for you, yeah, you, right there, doing whatever you're doing. Click the link in the description, get yourself some Raiti's Rise merch. Gotta get it to Crown Vic. Listen, the guy's got a scepter and he's holding the camera at the same time. That's why we call him Crown Vic. So thank you, Victor, for all your hard work. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.